My name's Gio Andrews. Welcome back to my Valheim building world. Right next to my teleportation tower today, I'm going to build a dockhouse. Or a house dock. Or a boathouse. It's a boathouse. First thing I need to do is remove all of these trees. I've now removed all of the stone and the trees that were sitting in the way. And I definitely didn't just put all the wood over here in the ocean. That might potentially bog down my game. Now it's time to do some mining, be able to get a boat in here. I'm probably put down some stones on the side just to see how well it fits.
1 hour later.
I've completed the digging process for this build. This is as far out as I had dug all the way around over here. And then the river, it came up to about over here. And I decided, well, this building's pretty long already, so I decided that this spot over here can be non-water area. While playing in creative mode, you can go underneath the water and mine, but you cannot do in survival. However, if you wanted to build a base like this, or a build like this, it is very possible to do this in survival. It's not easy, it's pretty difficult, but you are able to mine just barely enough to get the boat in the water without having to hit anything. Okay, I've replaced what I needed to be replaced with the sand and the grass and whatnot, and in the inside here I decided to put the paved road on the ground instead. I quite like how it looks. I also put the 1x2 meter bricks inside instead of the 2x4 meter bricks because I like the cross design it gives.
A few moments later.
I've completed the framing on the house, or the boathouse, I should say. I did use iron right here, but when you put up the stone walls, the iron is not required for stability. It is if I want to show you the framing first without the stone. That there's no iron up over here connected to. There's none inside of this. But if you look at the durability, it goes all the way up to red right here. And this is the maximum where you can place it. So you can be able to build this in your world as long as you have the level of stone. Because this one right here needs to be white. Or blue, whatever you like to call it. I've completed the roof. I put the wolfen dolmen in and the dark oak, the dark wood into as trim. However, I was not able to get this guy in because this is at its very last point. And so what I did is I put in an iron beam inside of here to be able, I did it on both sides. I did it just to be able to get this wolf adornment up here. And I also put in the dark wood over here all the way across. I also put the log beams over all of the iron beams. And there is an overhang all the way around the roof. I finished building the walls. I put in 3 sets of doors. There's the first one that's right here. And then the main one back over here. And a side one that's not going to be used very often. This one's going to be used the least. Right over here. And we got 8 windows, all with crystals in there as glass panes. I had to hold shift to get them set right in the middle. I did the same thing with the door. I quite like the windows being on this side. However, there are no windows on this side. Simply because I'm going to fill this all in with ground. And the windows on this side wouldn't be very useful even if I didn't do that. And I didn't put a window over here simply because, what's it called? The sun doesn't hit this side of the building at all. So it wouldn't get any light on the inside. And there wouldn't be really much point to be looking out on this side anyways. And also, because of the, because there's no slanted stone bricks, I decided to put some trim up in here. The bottom part of the wood trim is this, and the upper part of the wood trim is it put over kind of like this, but it's snapped to the roof instead. Now it's time for me to work on all the smaller details for this build.
2 hours later.
I finished decorating my build. There was a whole bunch of dirt around the tower over here, and so I put, right after I put this path in right here, I made sure to put grass all around. There's still a few spotches left, but I can get them at another point. And I made this path come along over here, go into this door. I rose this ground up a whole bunch and also extended the roof out one and put a path in over here. It's mainly so I didn't have to see that big ditch right here. this big ledge. That's why I put the roof in. I made the path come down over here into this back door. You can kind of see it here, but there's a big ledge right here that I don't want to see. That's on that other side, but way worse. I put up plenty of red and black banners for this build, because I think this person, being right next to the teleporter, would want to definitely show their allegiance. The decoration on this build is mainly crafting stations. I got a cartographer's table over here. I got a basic smelting setup over here with some chests. I got a pretty big chest setup over here, with it being on 3 separate sides. This side being mainly for all the smithing stuff over here. This side being mainly for the food stuff and other misc materials. And this first side over here would be for the crafting workbench materials over here as well. I got the bellows going into the fire instead of actually going to the forge, because you have to place this guy right directly next to the forge, which I don't like, so I couldn't get this guy to be a little bit farther away. And I got the cooler right next to the fire, and the anvil smith right next to it too, so you can bang on your sword and then put it in the cooler and then into the fire immediately. I think this little small anvil, I mean, it's probably not going to be as useful as that one over there, but it's over here. And you also got the grinding wheel and the chill. And I got the full cooking setup over here besides the mortar and pestle, because this person has not gone that far in his adventure. And I also got 2 fermenters over here and a big pile of gold. I also put a whole bunch of sconces up all around just so that you can see the banners at night. And the sconces on this side, because the window was in the way, I put them a little bit up above. And if I put them up a little bit more, the sconces would be off. I hope you guys enjoyed me building the boathouse today. If you did, please leave a like and comment down below. It'd be fantastic if you left me a sub sandwich. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.